it says, if you search, you will find. So make the note, it's good. Finding is reserved for the searchers because they deserve it. Now, at first, they may have needed it, but they now know that just needing it is not sufficient. But if they need it, now they must qualify for it. The reason why you're going to be blessed with good ideas this weekend is because you've come searching. Gotten on an airplane to come searching. Got in your automobile to come searching. You got here searching. Now you're ready to receive. And for those who search, they will find answers. They will find plans, imagination. Stir yourself into action for future benefit. Search. To find a good idea, you must go looking. Rarely does a good idea interrupt you. Rarely. But if you will search, you will find. So we get not what we need, but we get what we deserve. It says if you ask, someone has an answer. If you keep asking, the answers belong to you. Because by virtue of asking, you have qualified. So you don't get what you need, you get what you deserve.
People ask what the meaning of life is. And it seems to me that meaning is proportionate to the adoption of responsibility. You know, like, let's say you have a little sister who's like 3. And you're going to take care of her. Now, questioning whether that's a good idea just seems stupid. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem like the right kind of question. It's like, well, obviously, self-evidently, let's say, that's what you do. And do you find it meaningful? It's like, probably, you know, interacting with a little kid. When I had little kids, you know, when they were like 2 or under, we took them out to see their relatives, and they were older people, and you know, they watched that 2-year-old like it was a fire. You know, every second that little kid was in the room, every single adult was focused on him or her. That's something that people attend to, and that's a source of meaning. And what else is meaningful? Well, your family relationships are meaningful to you, and maybe the responsibility that you adopt as a friend, that seems meaningful. Maybe your decision to pursue a particular career and be of some utility in society. You know, part of that's governed by your desire to establish some security and get ahead. It's fine, but you're also playing an integral role in the maintenance of the structure that supports you. And my observation has been that in my clinical practice is that people just have a hell of a time if they don't slot in somewhere, you know, you think, I got to go to work at 9 in the morning, and, you know, I've got this rigid schedule. It's like, it's probably a good idea to be grateful for that, because what I've noticed is that if people pull out from those externally scaffolded systems, they drift, they get depressed, they get anxious, they don't know what to do with themselves. You know, they're kind of like sled dogs with no sled. And we're kind of like sled dogs, as far as I can tell, beasts of burden. Like, we need a load, man. We need a load. And the question is, what sort of load do you need?
You want to be persistent about what it is. Alexander Graham Bell said, what this power is, I cannot say. All I know is that it exists, and it becomes available only when a man or a woman is in that state of mind in which he or she knows exactly what he or she wants and is fully determined not to quit until they find it. Don't get caught up in, well, I tried it 4 or 5 times and things didn't work out. If there's something that you want and you're hungry for it, you've got to do whatever is necessary until. And when you give the best you can and that's not enough, you must do what is required. And don't give up on yourself. Don't throw the towel in so quickly. Many people give up on the 1-yard line.
I get emails on Facebook from friends I went to high school with, often starting with, Gary, you're so lucky. I reply to every single one of them, all of them. I am super not lucky. Let me remind you, Rick, remember when we graduated college and you went to the Jersey Shore every weekend and hooked up with chicks and drank beer? I worked.
All right, fam. How's everybody doing? Welcome and thank you for joining us this morning. All right, so as you see, are you ready to be a millionaire? I'm going to do what I want to do is do this in a series because there's a lot to being a millionaire. How I came up with this is somebody, not mentioning any names, Caesar, asked if we're all ready. Like in one of the groups we're in, he said, are you ready to be a crypto billionaire? Like we're all going to be crypto billionaires. And my first thought was, yes, bring this on, let's go. Like I'm ready. And I was like, so we're skipping straight over being a millionaire. We're going straight to billionaire. And he was like, yes, we are. But then my mind started thinking like at this like mindset, like I don't even think I'm ready to be a millionaire. Like realistically, I mean, it sounds great. We all want to be a millionaire, money and everything else, but there's a lot to going into being a millionaire, like to be able to continue to keep up with being that. So that thought got me thinking, started reading articles and everything else, like what does it take to be a millionaire? So what I want to do is kind of like, this is going to be like the overview of what we'll, continue to go over in certain subjects that, that keep you going to strive to be that millionaire and then go on. And I feel like the first step, like if you're a millionaire, it's a lot easier to be a billionaire. You know what I mean? Like the mindset and everything else, like you're already there, you're already going, but going from like a normal everyday, what most people are doing to be a millionaire, that's like the big step. And then, like I said, going forward from there, it's easier. So yeah, we'll get going on this. All right, so this is an overview. Oh, I wanted to say, and this kind of goes for any of my classes, if you have anything to throw in, any stories, like we're all here to build off of each other. And I don't mean that in the MLM sense, where, Dynasty Xchange, not an MLM. But we're here to really build off of each other, to build, mind, body, and soul, like build off of each other to make sure that we all are succeeding. So if you have anything to share on anything that, any of the slides that pop up, any stories, keep in mind, we're trying not to have like a 4-hour, I know us and the fam, not trying to have a 4-hour conversation, but definitely, like if you have anything to throw in, definitely throw it in. We're all here to learn and build off of each other. So some of the things we'll cover in the next couple of weeks, this won't be everything. As this grows, there'll definitely be more stuff to talk about. But these are just some of the, beginning things that I think stand out in what we need to do to be a millionaire. So what does it take? We'll cover today. Personal development and growth is always a big thing. I definitely would not be able to be here doing what I'm doing if I did not have some personal development. Trade plan and game plan, that's going to come later on. There is a slide in here on it, but I know Caesar and Brian want to actually come up with a game plan and a trade plan. So once we come up with that, then we'll have a class on that. Some unique traits and skills that it takes to be a millionaire. Long-term thinking, which is one of the traits, but I really feel like it needs to be in its own separate category because you really need to think, far into the future. Examining your passion, your goals, and your mindset. And then we're going to go into MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and then callouts and doing your own research on, the DeFi Defender callouts, which originally is what this class was supposed to be, but I feel like this is all important for us. So we'll dive right into the next slide. All right, so what does it take? You need to focus on what you want and take it. So many people, they want it, but they're too timid to go out there and get it. So you've got to focus on what you want and you got to go take it. You have to be goal orientated. So, you know, you have to set those goals and then you need to go get them to go along with the first one. Don't spend your money, invest it. We all know that. I mean, that's pretty much what we're doing now. So, you know, there'll be steps on that. Never stop learning. This is so important. Like, you need to, note takers are money makers. You know what I mean? So as we're going along, never stop learning. It's one of the, reading all the articles, it was one of the biggest things that everybody said, like, always be learning something new. Think big and then think bigger, because that goes along with your goals. So you're going to think big and then times that by 100, and seriously times that by 100. Think bigger, because that's going to keep you going and keep your drive going. Enjoy the attention. When we're all millionaires, there's going to be attention. That's something that I've always struggled with, not wanting the attention, but hey, the field we're in and being millionaires, you know, you're going to get attention. You can't just think about it and want it. You have to commit to it. So you have to, that drive and determination needs to, you have to commit to that drive and determination. It's one thing to think about it, but you have to be about it. You got to act on it. And then you have to have the right mentors and leaders. This is something big. I mean, I know that I would not be where I am right now if I didn't have the right mentors and teachers to get me through personal development, to get me through trading, to get me through life. Like, definitely having the right mentors and leaders brings you to the next step. It brings you to the next level. And then I saw this online. What does it take to become a millionaire in the United States? I think most of us US based. So to put it in perspective, to earn $1 million with no cost, like, just if you were just earning money every day and not spending anything, no mortgages, bills, food, anything, it would take you 17 years and 9 months about to make $1 million. But everybody has bills, everybody has cost of living. So it takes the average person 64 years just to make $1 million, just one. So, you know, most people make $1 million in their life, I would say, but do they get to spend it? Do they get to enjoy it? No, there's along the way, they're spending just to live. So just to put that in perspective of how long it actually takes. But we're going to do that all way faster, right? All right. So big on personal development. Definitely before I started doing personal development, I would not be up here and talking to everybody like this. Even now with my personal development, I still have to like work myself up. Like, think Mike D's on, and you know, from my past, definitely pushed me forward. And big shout out to him. I know he's not here or probably ever going to hear it, but you know, still paying my dues. Mike D's on really helped me with personal development. He was super big on it. He's actually the one that gave me the idea to create this fruit of your labor tree and your foundation. And like I said, without it, I would definitely not be able to do this right now. And for people that don't know anything about me, I just recently went through a divorce, and trying to get out of a unhealthy relationship, that wasn't a trait that I had in my past. Like, to be able to sit here and go, this is unhealthy for me and I need to be out of this. Normally I would just deal with it. Like a lot of people, you know, I'll just deal with it. Oh, well, this is how life is. I was strong enough because of my personal development to say, no, this is not what I want. This is not what I want for the rest of my life. And if this person is not going to change, and I can't make them change, because you can't make people change. Like, I need to get out. Without my personal development, I would not be able to do that. Without growing and feeling strong about myself, and trying to make sure that things in my life align with what I want to do, that wouldn't have happened. So I feel like you need a good, strong foundation. I'm big on foundation. When I used to do financial services, we used to build a house, and you'd start with the foundation of the house. Here, I went with a tree because the roots of a tree. With the roots, the tree is strong with roots, and it will laugh in any storm. So no matter, like, if your foundation is strong, if your roots are really dug in, it doesn't matter what storm you go through in life, you'll be able to come out on top. With a good foundation, it keeps you going even in the toughest times. It helps you strive to do and be better. You create your foundation from key factors: courage, confidence, control, independence, and freedom. So like I said, like for me, the biggest things, I mean, I was always pretty independent, and in control of my life to what I thought I was in control of. But what it helped is the confidence and the courage really helped with personal development to really make sure that I had the control, the independence, and the freedom. So definitely having that foundation, like I know no matter what I go through now, I'm going to come out on top no matter what. Like that's what it's done for me. And without a strong foundation, you'll have a hard time creating anything of value. Because like in the motivational video, like so many people make it to the 1 yard line and then they give up. So like if they have a strong foundation, they're going to cross that line. They're going to score that touchdown because they built that in them. They built that courage. They built that control so that they can make it past that 1 yard lane. Even if they were stopped there 4 or 5 times, they're going to make it past it. So yeah, with the personal development, I'm definitely very big on it. We will definitely touch more as we go along. But we'll go with that for now. Anybody have any questions, anything to comment, concerns? Not necessarily concerns, but there we go. So trade plans and game plans. So to me, these are two separate things. Like your trade plan, I'm pretty sure we're all traders. So you know the steps that need to go into a trading plan. What pairs you're going to trade, your risk to reward, so on and so forth. And I want us all to also create a trading plan for crypto. So like I said, this is more something that we're going to get into once Caesar releases what he wants to release on trade plans and game plans with crypto. But yeah, so you need a trading plan for Forex, and you need a trading plan for crypto because they're two separate things. I mean, unless you're trading crypto on the Forex side, obviously that goes along with your trade plan on that side. But if you're just, buying crypto and selling it, you need a trade plan for that as well. And then for a game plan, I look at game plan as your long thinking. You know what I mean? Like, where do you want to be in 5 to 10 to 20 years from now? Like that, like what is your game plan? And let's put those steps together to get there. You know what I mean? Like we need to set those goals so that it goes along with your game plan so that you can get and hit those goals and then continue on with life. And these are just some quotes I really liked. Failure to plan is planning to fail. Your goal of a successful trader is to make the best trades. Money is secondary. That is so huge. I don't look at the money anymore. Like when we're trading, it's definitely hard in the beginning to not look at the money, but the faster that you can detach yourself from the money, I feel like the faster you'll be a successful trader. Movement doesn't equal action. Busy doesn't equal production. So a lot of people, just because you're moving doesn't mean you're doing something productive. Like you need to make sure, do everything with a purpose that you're doing. We all have 24 hours in a day, yet we'll accomplish lots, others will accomplish little. Again, make sure that everything you do has a purpose. Move with a purpose to get results and work with a passion. Just speaks right there, all in its words. You're guaranteed to get something accomplished. Boom. Without a game plan and without a strong sense of faith in what you're doing, it's going to be really hard to accomplish anything. So you have to feel, when you set your goals, when you decide what your passion is and you're moving forward, you have to feel that with everything that you, like everything in your being. You have to wake up every day, know your why, what's pushing you to do this, and then that's going to drive you to complete your goals, go through your game plan, and accomplish a lot of things. All right, so some unique traits and skills. Millionaires have a different sense about them. With that comes a vast set of traits and skills to set them apart from the norm. I'm not the greatest speller, or so if things are spelled wrong, I'm sorry. So some of the things that they have, they never stop learning. I've said this, I don't know if anybody's been counting 3 or 4 times now, never stop learning. It's so big. They're extraordinarily determined. They're going to go get, whatever it is that they want, no matter how many roadblocks are in front of them. They're going to get there. There's nothing that you can tell them that's going to stop them. Willingness to take risk. This is a big thing, especially in the realm in the world that we're in. Like, we're taking risks, but it has to be proper risk. But they're willing to take it. Some people not even willing to take a risk. They're comfortable with where they're at, and they don't want anything outside of that box. But millionaires, that's how they get there. They're willing to take that risk. They're willing to step out of that box and try something. And they embrace change. They're not afraid of change. There's so many, again, stuck in that box, and they don't want nothing to change in their life. They're just super comfortable. That's just a couple of them, obviously. And we will, again, throughout the next coming weeks, we will dive further into some of these things. Long-term thinkers. Again, said this a couple times now. They think about the future and long-term goals instead of instant gratification. A lot of people, especially in what we're doing, they want, that fast money. They want make $1 million tomorrow. Like, that's not the world we're in. Like, fast money schemes don't typically work out that well. But then in their long-term goals, instead of instant gratification, they develop discipline. Again, sticking to your trade plans, sticking to your game plan, getting those goals. You're going to have some discipline in there to make sure, sticking to a schedule every day. Like, that's something that I'm trying to work on now, is like making sure that I have all these things that I need to get done within a day. I need to stick to a schedule, stay disciplined to make sure that these things all get done, or I miss things throughout the day. And that enables them to see the bigger picture. We need to see the bigger picture, in life. You need to know what's happening in the short term, but you also need to think about the future and far in the future. Something that I want to do for us is a 10-year letter. And basically you write a 10-year letter to yourself as you are in the future. And then you read it now, so that you set yourself those goals. You already are picturing yourself 10 years from now, and this is what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, I'm traveling the world with my family right now, but like all the things that you want to get done, and that's your goals. You put that in a 10-year letter, and then we can all read it to each other. You hold that vision clearly in your mind until you achieve ultimate results and relish in your big wins. Again, until you hit what you put in your 10-year letter, you keep going, and then you'll get those results. Examine your passion, your goal, and your mindset. So this is really big to, like, examine where you're really at, and you're going to be honest with yourself, like where you're at, so that you can push forward, learn what you need to do to get to the next step. You need to examine it. So you need to examine all three to make sure they align with you. I mean, that's one of the biggest things. They have to align with you. They can't be someone else's passion. It needs to be your passion, and for you to push forward, because if it's not your passion, you're not going to be fully determined to achieve it. Like, it needs to be what drives you. So you have to make sure that all three of these align. Your passion can only go so far if you don't set up proper goals and have the right mindset to go along with it. So you need to have all three together. Before you can find success in life, you have to have a broader base, one that will help you balance out the bumps in the road. So what I mean by this is, you want specific goals for specific things, but then at the same time you want broad goals, because you don't want to like lock yourself in one lane. Like you want to, because if that lane fails, if you just focus on your passion and that lane fails, that will be detrimental to your mindset and to your goal. Like, so you have to have a broad view of things as well, which is, again, you embrace change, you're willing to take risks, you're willing to step outside that box with your passion as well, so that if there's any bumps in the road, you're still going to drive forward. It's not going to knock down your whole house or pull that whole tree up. That's not the point of what we're trying to do. So you have to have a broad base. You know what I mean? Like, the trunk of a tree is huge, the roots of the tree even bigger, right? So the trunk of the tree is your passion, but the roots are your base. You know what I mean? So that root system needs to be broad to make sure that as you're building up the trunk, and then all the branches start coming off, even if a branch falls off, you're good. Even if that, the top of the tree falls down, you're still good because you still have your roots. Everybody good so far? Everyone's so quiet today. Usually this talking and... All right, so that's all I have right now for...
We good,
for
buddy.
the
You
million.
good. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you. So that's all I have for the Are You Ready to Be a Millionaire? Like I said, each week now we'll get more deep and in depth with each of these subjects, and then it will go on. But I just wanted to do like a broad overview. Plus, I know we have people. I wanted to really make sure that we get through the MetaMask and Trust Wallet, any questions, answers, and everything else. So we'll get straight into MetaMask. If anybody's got anything to throw onto the millionaire mindset, please do so. And then we'll get into MetaMask. So I did do a slideshow for MetaMask and Trust Wallet. But if we need deeper, I can definitely just pull up my MetaMask and we can go deeper into it. Does anybody not have MetaMask set up either on their computer or on their phone? Everyone is so quiet. All right, so if you don't have it on the computer, go to metamask.io. This is the screen that's going to pop up. You're going to hit download. It's going to bring you to another screen. You're going to pick whatever browser you're on. It's supported by Android, iOS, Brave, Chrome, Firefox, Edge. So basically any browser you're on. And you can add it as a widget on that browser. If you're on the phone, this is what the app's going to look like. So you don't have to, it's download the app and then it's going to bring you to the next screen. All right, everybody good there? All right. So you're going to when you, this is when you, the next screen on MetaMask, like once you open it up. So you're either going to be able to import a wallet, or you're going to be able to create a brand new wallet. So if you're importing the wallet, that would be from like anybody that has Trust Wallet already set up, you would import that 12-word phrase. So basically it's going to look like this. So you're going to hit import using account seed phrase so that you're restoring account. You're going to take that 12-word phrase and you're going to put it in here. On the phone, it'll look just a little bit smaller, but this is pretty much the same pages. So you're going to import that 12-word phrase in. So, and you have to write that 12-word phrase exactly how it's spelled with the spaces. Like if you mess it up, it's not going to accept it. And then you're going to create a new password. So you have your 12-word phrase there, and then you have your password. So now, from now on, when you go to log in the account, sometimes it depends. Sometimes it'll ask for a password. Sometimes it'll just log right in. But that's going to be this password. So it's not a 12-word phrase. It's just whatever you want to set as a password going into that account. If you're creating a new account, you're going to create a password. You're going to put that password in, and then it's going to give you a 12-word phrase. So this is really important so you write down your 12-word phrase. I've heard some people encode it into an email and send it to themselves where every 5th word is the word in here, because they have to go in order, spelled correctly. But you don't want anybody else to have access to this 12-word phrase, because then they'll have access to your wallet. The way I put it is, Trust Wallet and MetaMask and all these other wallets, it's just the same as, you having your wallet on you, and then you go buy a new wallet and you take all your credit cards and all your cash and your IDs, you take it out of that old wallet and you put it in the new wallet. You still have all the same stuff. So you still have all the same crypto. It's just in a new wallet. So that 12-word phrase is how you're moving all your crypto over. All that crypto is attached to that 12-word phrase, not exactly the wallet that it's in. So that's why you can import your 12-word phrase from Trust Wallet to MetaMask, and all your crypto is there with you. Any questions on that? All right, so we'll talk about that. So MetaMask is Ethereum based. So you're going to have to add the Binance, the smart chain side as a network onto your wallet. So on both, on the phone or on the computer, you're going to go to settings, you're going to go to network, and you're going to add network. I will post the information that you have to put in the chat. I'll post it. We'll post it everywhere so that everybody can make sure that they have it. So you're going to add network. You're going to add a new network over here. You click new network, and then you have to put all this information in exactly how it is. So like it's easier just to copy and paste each item into where it goes. So I will post this, but if you don't, it's going to come up with an error. So you have to make sure everything in here is exactly how it is. Is there anybody that's doing this along with me? Because if not, we can go to the next page. But if you're doing this, then let me know. Okay. So quiet. And then there's Trust Wallet. So that's pretty much all you need to do to get your MetaMask set up. You just add that BCS, and then you're going to individually add all your tokens in. They're still there, they're just not showing up. It's kind of like in anybody that's been using Trust Wallet, like you have to add custom token, and then your token shows up with the amount that you have. It's the same thing for MetaMask, only you have to sit there and add everything. So if you go to your Trust Wallet and then go to CoinMarketCap and grab the contract and then add it into your MetaMask, then that token, sorry, I was reading the chat. Then that token and the amount that you have in your Trust Wallet will show up in MetaMask. And you're going to have to do that for every device that you put MetaMask on. So like this computer that I'm on, this has almost my whole wallet from Trust Wallet. But then all my other devices, it takes me too long to put all my crypto in. So you don't have to. If you use PooCoin or whatever, it'll still show up showing you how much you have and your crypto is still there with that, connected to that 12-word phrase. You're not just visibly seeing it. That's all, but it's still there. Anybody that's not set up on Trust Wallet, I figured most of us are set up on Trust Wallet at least. So I think this is the only slide. Yeah.
Hey, Joey, can I add something?
Yeah.
For people who do use iOS and they do have Trust Wallet, your dApps has been removed. So you could download SafePal, create an account for SafePal, and import your wallet from Trust Wallet, and it will exactly mirror everything from your Trust Wallet to your SafePal, and you can use the same features that with Trust Wallet has for Android users. It's very, very sleek for the Apple users.
All right. I didn't even know. I heard somebody else mention SafePal, I think a couple days ago, but I didn't.
Yep, it's a cold storage wallet and a hard storage wallet.
All right.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can you put that name in the chat, please?
For sure.
Like that.
That is it.
All right.
Thank you.
So the big reason to bring that point up, because I didn't even mention this, iPhone users, you can't, before you used to be able to like go on to, Pancake Swap, everything straight through the app. iPhone users don't have that access anymore. If you're Android, I'm not Android. Android users still have full access to everything, right?
Yeah, Android users still have full access.
Yeah, so iPhone users, iOS, they took that option away. So the way I look at it is I still use Trust Wallet I buy my BNB or Smart Chain through Trust Wallet. If you're converting Smart Chain to regular BNB, I use my Trust Wallet. But anything else, pretty much, I check all my balances on PooCoin. I don't check balances on Trust Wallet. So I just use Trust Wallet. Yes. So sorry, I was reading the chat. You have to manually add all your contract addresses. So like I said, what I do for that is like I'll have CoinMarketCap up and I'll just put in the token and click on the address and then transfer it over. I would say I've never run into a crypto that didn't autofill into MetaMask. So like you just copy the contract, it'll fill everything else in, the decimals and what it's called and everything else, and then you just hit add. Depending on how many cryptos you have, it could take a little bit because it's a couple steps, but then once it's there, it's there. And that's just to visually see it. Again, I just want to make that clear. Like when you first open up your MetaMask, you're going to see, whatever you have in Ethereum first is what you're going to see, because that's the first screen. Once you add the BNB side of it into the wallet, you're only going to see what you have in Smart Chain. That's what you're going to see first. But that doesn't mean that all those tokens that you had aren't there. They're just not visible is all. But to visibly see them, you have to manually add all those contract addresses. But yeah, so for switching over to MetaMask from Trust Wallet on the iPhone, just makes everything easier. You can still, on MetaMask, you can still use the browser on your iPhone. And then also for MetaMask, it connects to the computer. Trust Wallet doesn't, unless you do Wallet Connect. But I'm just saying, like, MetaMask is an actual widget. When I go to trade crypto, it just, the widget pops down. I put in my password, I approve the transaction, and boom, I'm good to go. So that's why I like MetaMask, and that's why I use MetaMask for those specific reasons. But anybody that doesn't have a Trust Wallet, and you wanted to set one up, it's super simple and easy. If you can go both ways. So how we were before opening up, like if you had a Trust Wallet and you wanted to open up a MetaMask, you would transfer that 12-word phrase. You could do that. If you already have a MetaMask, you can do the same thing, transfer the 12-word phrase. If you don't have any accounts, and you're setting up a Trust Wallet, this is the beginning. So this is what the app looks like. Again, it's not on the computer, so it's just an app on your phone. You would create a new wallet. It's going to give you this 12-word phrase. You're going to write it down, code it into something, however you want to make it secure, but definitely don't just save it on your phone, or don't save it on your phone. Write it down, put it somewhere safe. Because if you lose this, you lose everything in that wallet. Like you're not gonna be able to get into that wallet if you ever, break your phone or delete the app or whatever, for whatever reason, or your phone craps the bed. You're gonna be locked out of this wallet if you don't have this 12-word phrase. So it's going to give you a 12-word phrase. You write it down, then it's going to ask you to verify it. So it's going to have all these, all the words down here, and you have to put them up there in order. So, and this is pretty much how all wallets do it. So you'll just, like I said, write down that 12-word phrase. It is so important. Make sure you write it down. Yeah, and then you'll have your Trust Wallet. And if you're just starting off fresh, you'll see just a couple of things on here. Like it'll have Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, I think is what it starts with. So Trust Wallet doesn't separate the Ethereum side and the BNB side. Your MetaMask will. So if you see like up here where it says Ethereum mainnet, so this account right now, is set on Ethereum. If you click, I can't physically click on it. If you click on Ethereum mainnet, a drop down will come out, and it will have all these networks. You would just click your smart chain network, and then your BNB side, whatever you have on BNB side, will show up. For Trust Wallet, it puts it all together. So you'll see everything that you have within that wallet, your Ethereum and your BNB side. Does anybody have any questions on Trust Wallet or MetaMask? We actually went through this pretty fast. I was thinking it was going to be longer. All right. So I heard this after a football game, and my mind went straight to Forex and crypto. So Forex and crypto doesn't have to win you the game, but don't let it have you lose. So, and what I mean by that is Forex and crypto doesn't have to make you the millions. I mean, eventually it should or will, but use that to fund your passion that then can make you those millions. So don't let Forex and crypto don't have to win you the game. It doesn't have to make you a millionaire right away, but don't let it fund your passion and let that go. Let that make you the millions of dollars. Yeah, but they said, the quote was for quarterback. The quarterback doesn't have to win you the game, but he just can't make you lose. Can't let you lose. So that's all I got for today. If anybody has any questions, if not, then happy Friday, fam, and go kill it.